Hey guys, so talking about the practice of community, and today I wanted to talk to you real quick about just one of the ways that you can really invest in having a deeper community, especially as we get ready to start groups next week. I think one of the biggest things that I've just both seen and experienced through these groups is that a deeper sense of community, nothing brings that about more than when we really share some deeper, maybe some more personal, and just really authentic prayer requests about what the Lord is doing in your life. Maybe just some serious pressing things that you're struggling through, that we can bear that burden with you, that we can lift that up to the Lord, and then we can see His the way that He comes and answers that as we get back together in subsequent weeks to talk about how the Lord is answering our prayers. I've just seen some really powerful ways in which that can really knit our hearts closer together in community. I think one of the major elements there that is at play is just intimacy comes through being fully seen, fully known, and still accepted and loved. So one of our greatest fears in intimacy, of course, is going to be, or in deeper relationships with others, is really going to be if they really knew what I was struggling through, if they really knew the wickedness that was going on in my heart, then they wouldn't love me, they wouldn't accept me, they wouldn't want me in this community. What happens though in the wonderful redemptive community of Jesus Christ that we're all a part of, that we gather together in these groups, we find that in fact the opposite happens. Not only does that end up drawing us closer to one another in community when we're honest and authentic about the things that we're really struggling with, but in a lot of ways it can really embolden others to share some maybe more difficult or more personal prayer requests. You've probably had this experience in a group where you've heard someone pray for something that they were struggling with, and you thought, man, I thought I was the only person struggling with this. I'm so glad that I now have the permission to pray for things like that. And I would encourage you to not wait for somebody else to give you that permission, but to really think of these groups as an opportunity where you can be real and vulnerable before one another in prayer. I think one of the other things that's just really helpful for this is it's a way to practice practice resting in the Lord, practice putting on the forgiveness that we have in Jesus Christ. And what I mean by that is, in reality, we are often fearful, right, of what others will think and whether they'll accept us. But when we put ourselves out there, when we put those prayer requests of what we're really struggling with out there, it's a way to, by faith, to acknowledge that we know that we have a God that sees deeply into us, sees all the real and the raw, the embarrassing things about us that we don't want other people to see. He already knows that about us, but that He still loves and has forgiven us and is making us new. And so when we kind of make that, we put on His forgiveness, we make that really the centerpiece, the motivating factor, the driving force behind being able to be authentic in prayer. It's just a way to really show others and to by faith live out the fact that we know that we have been forgiven by Jesus. And like I said before, that kind of thing is contagious. That will encourage others to do the same things. So that's hopefully that's going to be an encouragement for you. I would just encourage you even now to be prayerful about what this could look like in your life, and just really, as we begin grow groups next week, to take some risks, to really put yourself out there, and to be a leader in showing your group that it's okay. We're all broken in this community. We all need the healing power of Jesus Christ in our life, the Spirit's work in our life to heal us through our brokenness and our wickedness. That's why we're a part of this Christian community. That's what it's all about. And you can even be one that begins to encourage others to take part in that as well. So I hope that's an encouragement for you this week. Looking forward to getting started next week. And I really hope this will be a great way for us to build a deeper community with one another as we just practice in faith, trusting the Lord to heal us from our brokenness. Love you guys, and talk to you soon.